When we call it a business storytelling, it's about the facts, it's about the events, it's about the people.
So there's concept, there's design. What's the third?
Is this product able to cater to those environments?
Manufacturing, how do you do it virtually?
I can create an entire ecosystem of this shop floor where the planning and execution of the car I can simulate.
That sounds powerful.
The knowledge is key. We are spread across more than 250 countries in the world.
You also spoke on human twinning.
It is the scientist who is able to provide me the science behind material.
Let's say today I'm living in Pune and I have this certain lifestyle. And then I can compare maybe living in Monaco, for example.
Right. Basically, each individual is unique.
We don't need to test on a real human anymore, which they used to do.
You have to either maintain your number one position, or as a number two, you need to see that how I can become a number one.
So what's next now for the company? What's coming up?
The next future for us is to provide all these industries, from toothpaste to aeroplanes to spacecrafts to...
Today, we are joined by a leader whose 20-plus year journey reflects the evolution of engineering into the age of digital intelligence. From beginning his career as a mechanical engineer, developing advanced geometric modeling solutions for the aerospace and automotive industries, to leading multi-million-dollar digital transformation programs across global enterprises, Amitava Das has consistently been at the forefront of innovation. Today, as the Global Value Engagement Execution Capitalization Program Head at Dassault Systems, he leads initiatives that transform organizational knowledge into strategic business assets. His pioneering work in building one of the world's largest cross-industry knowledge capitalization frameworks has empowered thousands of professionals worldwide and earned him the prestigious Innovation Forwards Award. In this conversation, we will explore his remarkable journey, the power of knowledge as an organizational asset, and why knowledge capitalization is becoming the foundation for the next generation of AI-powered enterprises. Please join me in welcoming Amitava Das.
So Amit, storytelling has become such an integral part of building a brand and a business. I would love you to, detail it and enlighten us with your experience of what's the right way to do it and how do you integrate that in your work?
Right. So, story is all about facts. When you see a story or when you hear a story, you want to listen about people, you want to listen about the events. So same thing is in business as well. When we call it a business storytelling, it's about the facts, it's about the events, it's about the people. So the emotions has to be also there. So when it is about a business storytelling, it's about the journey that user has in the business, starting from transformation, like having some pain points, to finally delivering a value that it delivers. So what we do is, in business storytelling, we start with okay, what was the problem initially? How did it get transformed into a solution? I like to take the example of our late Goa Chief Minister, Mr. Manohar Parrikar, who used to talk about a watermelon for the education side. So how does and why the education system should be so I would say should be so very much focused on the way that the education should follow the right picture. So I'll just tell you the story about so Parrikar, the para comes from the word watermelon. So in the childhood, Mr. Manohar Parrikar used to go to the he was a son of a farmer. So the farmers used to actually call all the children in the village in May during the summer time to eat the watermelons. And these watermelons were having seeds. So these children, they were like very happy, because at home they were only getting one from his father. But when you are going to this feast of watermelon, then you are actually having a lot of watermelon. So these seeds, only there was one condition, that you need to put the seeds in a basket. And all these children, they were very happy that, okay, I'm getting so many watermelons at home, I just get one. And so the thing is that once he grew up, he saw that the watermelons in his village is going smaller and smaller. And every year it is like degrading. But he used to think that, okay, we used to had so much big watermelons when I was a child. He went to his village and found out that the son of that farmer who used to call for the feast then started to give the watermelons. The feast was still there. The children were still there enjoying the feast. But then the size of the watermelon that was given was actually smaller than what he used to get in his childhood. So basically, those seeds were actually the new trees that was actually getting. So it is the very same thing in the education. If you do not focus on the system of the education, and if you degrade it, then also the things gets degraded. So that way is Mr. Manohar Parrikar used to talk about this story for the education system. In business storytelling as well, if you do not relate to people, and if you do not relate to the pain points of those people from engineering to manufacturing, you are not able to get their focus on the products. So that's why any factual story that has happened, going from their pain points to finally getting their value that they wanted to get, is what we call a business storytelling.
Lovely. So, I mean, you have such an amazing platform built, which we were talking about. Can you take us through the roadmap of for a brand? Let's say, I'm launching a brand and it's on a conceptual level. How does this platform help me build it, and the entire spectrum of offerings you have?
Yep. So, thanks. Nice question. So, any product, it starts with a concept, as you rightly said, that I want to have the wings in my car, or I want to have my aeroplane also be floating on the water. So from the concept, it actually starts to getting into the requirements, and from the concept, from the requirements, how it goes to the design. So what we do is the virtual twin of any product. We start from the concept stage to move it to the design stage. Basically, that all those requirements are fitting into my 3D without first needing to build it. I want to see that every requirement from the concept, from the marketing side, which I am getting, is this product able to cater to those environments? So that's why the design part is important, and then the simulation, that the behaviors of the product. So going from the concept to capturing the requirements, to going into the design of the product, to basically simulating the behaviors, that, okay, I have a nice product, but will my consumer love it? Will my consumer accept it? So I need to simulate the behaviors, that how my consumer is able to use my product when it is built. So we are providing this kind of like a value chain, what we call, from concept to capturing the requirements, to design, to simulate, and then I'm getting into the actual manufacturing and operations. Finally, into marketing, so that I have the immersive experience of the product that I am building, and my consumer is getting a full value of their product line, to see that how it has been designed, how it has evolved, how the operations are happening, and then the marketing. So it's a value chain, I would say, for any industry, that enables the product to go from concept stage to reality. And this is what we call the virtual twin of an actual reality into a virtual world, which allows me to not only design, but also to simulate and understand the behaviors before I actually produce it.
Does this also include the revenue projections, the numbers part?
Definitely. So this is the operations part where I am planning my product, the how my supply would be, what will be the demand. So the projections based on the sales, I can actually simulate as well with respect to the product going from design till manufacturing. I can actually simulate that after manufacturing, what will be my after sales. Even I can go to the stage of after sales services, that how many revenue I am going to make from services, and I can simulate that.
Yeah, because that's very critical, I think,
Right.
for the success of a brand
Yes.
and a product.
Yes. And
Interesting. Yeah.
And the requirements coming from what kind of demography, I am able to know that in a particular season, where will I have a most, I would say, so marketing is based on the 4 Ps, like product, place, position, and promotion. So I need to also have from my product an understanding of which places my product and the USPs of my product, which is the unique selling propositions of my product, will be attractive. So that also I can be able to understand with this value chain.
So can we break this down a little more?
Sure.
Like double down on each of the components that you explained. Starting from the concept.
Right. So concept is a hypothetical. It's a decision, I would say. Sometimes it is a decision coming from. It's a hypothesis coming from various different inputs of the consumers. So you need to get a concept for a product to be built. And this is basically capturing the different sentiments of the different segments. So that's the encapsulation of the information intelligence, which is basically getting me into an area that how I can, on what areas I should focus on.
So can we take like a live case study? So, it's easier for people to understand.
So let's talk about a car. Okay, which is a very simple example of a car. So as a car, I would like to conceptualize a car with certain parameters. So I have certain requirements coming from my consumers, which I want to feed it in my eventual product line, which I want to produce. So the products that we have today allows this kind of conceptualization of the car, starting from the vehicle engineering part, whether I want to use the green energy. So within green energy, what kind of carbon footprint I will have eventually with my car. I can actually ingest all these data, and these data is available at the C-suite level with respect to the dashboards, and they are able to better decide that, okay, between 2 product lines, which one I should more invest in. So that's how the concept goes then into design stage.
Okay, so there's concept, there's design. What's
then
the
the
third?
Design. So from concept, we go to the design and engineering, where the 3D modeling of the content is getting created. The different multidiscipline departments we talk about. So it's from mechanical to fluidics to electrical to electronics. All the different departments of engineering are working together in collaboration to create this. So that's basically, we call it the governance and the collaboration of the different departments who is together doing the design and engineering. Then we go to actual manufacturing. So when I am comfortable with the design, that this is first of all designed in the right manner, it follows all the compliances and regulations which are related to the government. And it follows everything which is for the verification of that product line as per the product standards for the car, for example. So car has like different regulations that I need to follow. Then I am able to produce it as a manufacturing. So when I'm producing at manufacturing, my design to failure is very less, because I have already validated this before in my virtual twin of the car. And then I go into the operations part. So that's how the different stages we have
But so manufacturing, how do you do it virtually? Like, just to curious to know.
So we create a virtual twin of the entire shop floor.
Okay.
Okay. So in the shop floor, I will have engineers who are required to do their daily jobs. I can create an entire ecosystem of this shop floor where the planning and execution of the car as an example, I can simulate. So I know exactly at what time what things has to be done, and then I can give this intelligence actual to the real shop floor engineer who has to just follow those instructions.
So it's like virtual reality based.
It's a virtual twin of that car and the shop floor, and it is able to produce that virtual reality to avoid any kind of uncertainties or failures during the actual production.
And operations would be again.
So operations is like a very important function in any company, which is related to so we call it like manufacturing operations management. So within operations, we have to handle like logistics, we have to handle warehouse, we have to handle the distribution part of the company's product. So these all things will be managed under operations, which the product, and you can do a virtual twin of entire operations as well within the product, managing your inventory, your logistics, your distribution system, your supply chain, from where the demand is going to come. So the demand and the supply, so that any uncertainties that might lead to inefficient supply chain, you can avoid before. By understanding that where the drawbacks could be, the pitfalls could be, avoiding them.
That sounds powerful.
Yep.
Coming to marketing now.
Yep.
So again, like how does it work in the marketing?
So now we are into the showroom of a car company. So we need to understand, the consumer needs to understand that at the concept stage which I had given, am I really able to get it? So when I am entering a showroom of the car company, sometimes it's very difficult for me to check the car itself by opening the door or by opening the bonnet. If I have a glass, for example, if I just put on a glass which is allowing me to virtually traverse, have an immersive experience of the car, where I can do anything, like if I'm driving a car, how do I feel? What is the comfort like? What is the vehicle comfort? What is the seat comfort like? So that kind of an immersive experience is built in the marketing function. And we are able to provide that kind of marketing content, which is with the 3D rendering of the entire body, so that you have the features, and then you actually do a case walkthrough of how you actually drive or how you actually perform in the running condition.
So it's three-dimensional, right?
It's three-dimensional.
It's not sensory based.
No, it's like in the if you put the goggles, you have a complete virtual reality of the experience.
Any brand that you can think of which is your client and who has used this amazing platform?
Yeah, definitely. So Jaguar Land Rover is one of our premium customers who have been experiencing a full end-to-end value chain of all these functions that I'm saying, where they have been, and they have the premium product lines. It's one of the quite renowned global enterprises, and their product lines go from luxury segment to standard segments as well. So they have been able to design, validate, simulate, manufacture based on our solutions.
And how does it benefit a brand? If you were to list down, let's say, top 5 benefits by doing this versus the conventional way of, doing it. So,
So first of all, this is an experience platform. The first and the foremost benefit is about a single digital thread. By single digital thread, I mean is that you do not have different silos of information going from design to manufacturing. or to services, even after sales. Breaking the silos, making it a single source of truth, giving a single digital thread enables customers to have like continuity. There is a digital continuity. And by digital continuity, you can have a traceability back and forth wherever the issues are. So either I can go forward understanding the issue and giving it to the engineer who is next in line by giving the right information that what the person needs to do, or I can also give a feedback back to the person so that the R&D or the respective department can make amendments. So the 5 topmost, if I say, first is the breaking the silos. You don't have to manage different silos. Second is about collaboration. You have different departments who are actually collaborating seamlessly with respect to their daily job so that their uncertainties are lesser. Third, I would say a clear governance for the C-suite level. They have a clear way of understanding how things are going, where things are not functioning well. They can make it decisions. So the governance and the decision power is more, I would say, seamless. Fourth, I would say that it enables faster time to market. The time to market for the product. And fifth, I would say it reduces costs.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I think cost
or maybe I can
reduction
make
or
it,
optimization.
yes,
Yeah,
so I can make it like the reverse way. The first one becomes
First
reduce
would
cost
be, yeah,
with the
I'm sure.
optimization, because you have so many functions who are interrelated, and everything that a person ultimately needs is inbuilt into the
Yeah.
experience platform.
And typically, what's the timeline that a brand would take to kind of reach the production?
So that's the power of our knowledge platform. So we have the foundation, what we call it is the knowledge and know-how. So in order for an organization to understand the time that they will take to do all this is very limited, is very small, or is very reduced, I would say, because the knowledge that we have built over 40 years plus is allowing them to understand from the different industry benchmarks the processes that they have, how these processes can be adapted with our solutions.
Wow.
So the decision-making time drastically reduces because you have all the knowledge and the know-how where you can see, you can virtually understand that how your processes will become faster. That way you can take a decision, whether it is a greenfield story, like greenfield when we say that the entire value chain is taken by a startup or an enterprise, or even if it's not greenfield, like for startups who are actually going through evolutionary phases, or SMBs, small and medium businesses, they can understand that for their phase, how they can adapt by understanding this knowledge platform. So the knowledge is key.
But typically, can you give us a range? Let's say I start today. So it takes 30 days, or I mean, of course, I understand it's subjective.
Yeah. So
but just to get a range. So
if I come back to the car organization, or if I come to maybe like a manufacturing plant which is doing a bottle, for example. So I'm manufacturing a set of bottles. I go from maybe 1,000 bottles a month. I want to go to say 2,000 bottles a month. So if I have to take a decision that how do I go faster, I have abilities of utilizing the AI capabilities. So with this knowledge platform, we provide the AI capabilities, and these AI capabilities will allow me to make my decision that how can I go from 1,000 to 2,000. So I would say that there is not a definite timeline that I can say, because we are into different range of products, different range of industries.
Maybe we can take, let's say, a car, for example.
Yeah. So, for a car company, I would say that if they want to improve or optimize their costs based on the design engineering, we have like ready to go offerings for them, and these offerings help them in finding the current faults in their current processes. So those business processes that they need to optimize can be taken, I would say, I mean, of course, with all the decision making, the hierarchies that we have in the car organization, I would say that yes, between 1 to 2 months, we can have we generally have a request for proposal, and it's a standard term in IT. People understand it's an RFP. So an RFP timeline, I would say that depending upon an optimization in a design, I would say yes, within 1 to 2 months, because we have standard offerings that are available.
And like you said, knowledge is your strength.
Knowledge is the foundation of all the experiences that we have delivered to our customers. And this knowledge and know-how from all these industries enable us to cross-function departments. And these cross-functional departments can work seamlessly with respect to utilizing this knowledge. And our experts, they are there in front of our clients. They are able to provide this knowledge to them, showing them how they will go faster or how they can simplify their complex processes.
Yeah, I'm sure. I am so interested now to discuss with you on our product. But also, what's the team size right now that you have, like as a company?
As a company, so we cater to. So I generally am leading the global, as you know, the global knowledge platform. So we have like 5,000 members that we have, who are our internal members, who are catering to 11 different industries. So this knowledge capitalizations, or the knowledge platform that we have, is this set of people who then eventually go to our. So we are spread across all the different industries, and we are spread across more than 250 countries in the world.
Wow. 11 industries as
11
of now.
industries as
and
of now.
only expanding.
Yes. From a toothpaste product to a bottle, which is your soft drink bottle, to from a human heart to a car, autonomous vehicles, or for an aeroplane to let's say the spacecrafts of future.
Wow. So it can be applied to
It can be
any
applied to anything.
product.
Yes.
Amazing. Wow.
Because this is an end-to-end value chain of an evolution of a product, starting from concept to design to manufacturing, and then going to operations and services.
What's the platform called? Just for the audience to refer
so
to.
It's a 3D experience platform. It has got 4 quadrants. So the north quadrant is all about the life cycle of a product, as you go from concept to manufacturing, which is basically how do you manage the workflows, which is the north quadrant. In the east, we have the 3D modeling part, which we call the 3D, which is the anything which is designed and developed using the 3D tools. The south quadrant is mainly the virtual part, which is the component of manufacturing, planning and execution. And the west part is the information intelligence, which is the dashboard, that all this information, the right data set, how do we produce it in a dashboard with respect to reporting and with respect to the KPIs and KVIs, which the customers are expecting from us. So these 4 quadrants is together one experience platform that you get as an offer.
Wow. So it's an entire ecosystem.
It's an entire ecosystem.
Okay.
It generates the complete virtual twin, and the vision of us is to go to the Gen 7 level, which is the level 7, bringing the generative AI, so that all this knowledge of engineering, science and innovation, they are all encapsulated into like one platform. And This for our customers, they can go faster, they can make things more simpler, understanding from this knowledge database, which is the industrial AI, the Gen 7 AI that we call.
Wow, I'm sure it's going to go a long way. Okay, so you also spoke on human twinning.
Yep.
Right. So that again is a very interesting topic. Please enlighten us what it is about.
Yep. So, as our company is into innovation, science is into the core since the very beginning. So, the virtual twin of a human body, especially the organs which are and every organ is functioning daily, every minute, every second. Human heart is like one thing which has been one of the key, I would say. I mean, people have always thought of like, can I see my virtual heart functioning? So it's basically the virtual twin of a human body, which allows the diagnosis part. It allows me to understand what is the ideal way that the thing should be functioning. It gives me, the doctors, the prescriptionists, people, an idea that how I can cure some kind of ailments. What will be the way that this thing is functioning so that I can take better decisions. So it's a biology.
Let's take an example. Let's say I twin myself virtually. How does it work? Like, how do I use it on a daily basis?
Yes, so it's more of a comparative assessment that the body is behaving in a certain manner right now. Then there is an ailment where I can do a more focused diagnosis on. So it is going to help the different experts in the field of medicine to allow different decisions at that point of time based on certain parameters. So it's based on mathematics, it's based on biology, the entire virtual twin of the heart, which is generating certain kind of data sets. And these data sets are going to help the diagnosis part, or basically the knowledge part of the human body.
You also spoke on the lifestyle part, right? The comparative analysis of a certain lifestyle that I'm living right now versus. Right. Can you also give us an example on that?
Yeah, sure. So basically, each individual is unique. Each individual has a pattern. They have a lifestyle of their own. So the virtual twin of the person, or the virtual twin of a particular of a body, is going to enable a comparative assessment of how things should be ideally based on certain kind of pattern analysis. I can see that there are certain ailments or certain things which I can avoid. So more of a predictive assessment scenarios. It can
preventive.
Preventive
Cure.
Or predictive. Like, okay, if I do this, then it's going to this. So I can prevent certain kind of scenarios.
Yeah, like you spoke on, changing the location. Let's say today I'm living in Pune and I have this certain lifestyle. And then I can compare maybe living in Monaco, for example.
Right.
So the change of environment, lifestyle, that's what you meant.
Yeah. So place is definitely one. Depending upon the stress, because today the stress is also an important factor for different people based on the kind of work-life balance that they have, they are able to manage, or the more stress that they have. So how this virtual twin can enable some of the functions to better understand that where I need to take more measures on. So place is definitely one thing, that if I have to change my environment tomorrow, what should I be more aware of? What should I do in my regular maybe living so that I am able to adapt it. I am able to adapt to those circumstances.
So when I actually use it, the knowledge is already there. I don't need to feed any data, right? And on the platform.
The knowledge is there. I need the right enablers. I need the right, I would say, processes to educate me that this is how I have to adapt. So the
okay. So which
so
the platform
offerings,
will guide
the
me
offerings will guide.
once I put the parameters,
Correct.
right? The changes.
Correct. So
Very interesting.
our entire platform is based on three main dimensions. One is the product, as we already covered, like a car. Then there is a nature, which is about sustainability, and third is the life.
Oh, nice.
So product, nature, and life. So life is all about my lifestyle, my understanding of like how my body functions, and be more aware of like things about myself.
So basically what I understand is, one is that I can have a virtual twin of myself, diagnose my organ health, basically overall, I mean in different parts. And then it would recommend me changes in my lifestyle, probably even location, or things to do to better it, upgrade the health.
Yeah, that's an eventual, our philosophy would be to go to an individual level information. Today it is more for the medicinal, like people who are associated with the medicine, to support them in decision making. So it is not yet today at an individual level to understand, how the virtual twins will enable. Of course, it's a long shot. However, today I can say that the hospitals or the medicine team of experts, they can use this kind of virtual twin to be able to decide on certain parameters,
like the effect of the medicine and a treatment.
Yes.
On a mass level.
On a mass level, by understanding some kind of behavior, some kind of. So it's more of like science and biology and mathematics together, providing certain kind of data.
Basically, we don't need to test on a real human anymore, which they used to do for certain medicines. And so it can be done virtual.
Yes. So it's chemical formulations as well is there. So how the chemical formulations are, so it's all equations, the biological equations, and how does that simulate with a virtual twin. So basically, if you integrate the chemistry with the virtual twin of a body, then you can understand that if I swallow some kind of medicine, then what will that happen to the body? Actually?
Exact chemical reaction.
Yeah. So
and the accuracy is 100%.
Yes, it's still in the experimentation stage.
Okay.
So,
but are there any brands using this already?
Yeah. We have some global brands actually who are already using this kind of thing. So product, nature, and life.
Give us maybe a couple of names?
From life sciences, still I would say that these are certain, like there are certain, I would say MOUs that are happening. So these are not like fully into implementation yet, but it is still at an MOU level.
Sure. Very interesting though. You also spoke on, these scientific engines that you're building. There's Leonardo and Mary. Yeah. So, there are three, I believe.
Right. So, so for any product company, as I said, that first is the engineering part. So Leo is our companion, the virtual companion. So if I am a human, I am an engineer working on a company, I have a companion who is beside me, who is there to support me in my daily work.
It's an AI companion.
It's an AI companion.
So Leo is Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes, Leo is coming from Leonardo Vinci.
The greatest scientist.
The greatest scientist of all time. Who is going to enable me in taking mechanical engineering kind of decisions, that if I have to build a product, then what will be the way that I should do it in the most efficient, most effective manner. So that's,
and all his studies are basically trained
from
into
the
knowledge.
Yes. So we have the 40 years of legacy that we have built from the different modeling and different systems. So that is actually is the data source engine to the AI that is enabling. So it's not
only his studies. You're saying it's overall you have trained.
It is Leo is coming with a lot of like data sources, internal as well as external, which enables it to provide the right knowledge or the right information data set to an engineer to help go faster or to help be more efficient.
Across all industries.
Across all, I would say,
most of
engineering industries.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow. And it's already launched?
Yeah.
It's
we
live.
have our clients who can use this on a daily basis. that supports them to go faster, to make things more simpler.
Wow. Okay. And which is the second one?
Second one is the scientist. We call it Mary. So she is able to do all the research and development work behind and provide me real-time information with the science and the research-based content. So I don't have to spend hours going into the libraries searching for some kind of like information going from white papers or all. So it is the scientist who is able to provide me the science behind materials, for example. So if I have to use the right material for building a 3D printed, say, aircraft wing, then I need to understand the material science behind it. And the material science is what the science can bring from the research to a person looking for those kind of studies. So that's Mary.
Again, very interesting. I'm sure people are using it.
Yeah.
How is it different from all these AI platforms like a ChatGPT and Gemini, etc.?
So all these Leo, Mary, they are more industrial. They understand the industry context, and then they are bringing that industry context within the answers or within the information that is being produced.
Much deeper and technical.
Yes. It's an external specific plus internal understanding of the knowledge data sets, and it gives a deeper understanding of like now how you should move ahead.
Wow. And the third one?
Third one is Aura, A-U-R-A, Aura. The Aura is basically the engine to produce the content from a management perspective. Like if I have to do a predictive assessment of my project based on risks, or so I have a manager as a companion I have, who is able to provide me with kind of a planning or with kind of like risks or with kind of scope things, elements or quality assessments of my product, which is going to help me make decisions related to the project management.
Which includes talent management as well.
Everything can
all
be
domains.
Yes.
Wow. And where can I use these?
So these are today available. Virtual companions are available with the experience platform. All our clients who has the access, they can also ask for the tokens for Leo and Mary, and they can get it. Aura is more internal that we are using as a company to go faster, to understand what's happening between cross industries, because there are so much of data sets across, especially in my functioning of knowledge for all these 11 industries across the different brands. We call our products as brands. So all these products, information which are there for the 11 different industries, we use Aura a lot to understand that how this knowledge can be cross-utilized between industries as well.
Yeah.
So
that
cross-functional usage based on the different platforms that the industries are looking for to expand their horizons, that we also use the Aura to actually ask and get answers.
So what's next now for the company? What's coming up?
So next is this generative experiences that we want the companies, the industries to really take advantage of. Many companies, they want to become sustainable, competitive.
Yeah.
So how you can sustain the competitiveness? You can be number one today. You can be number two today, aspiring to become number one. But you have to either maintain your number one position, or as a number two, you need to see that how I can become a number one in certain timeline. So going faster is one of the motto. So what we see is this level, what our future Gen 7 AI is going to bring is basically enabling the science part, the engineering part, and the overall management part to allow you to go faster, to simplify your complex processes, which again allows you to go faster. Or you can see that as a company, that how my different functions can seamlessly work together. So the next future for us is to provide all these industries, from toothpaste to aeroplanes to spacecrafts to even say boot company, like a shoe company, these kind of AI capabilities to go faster, which is more industrial AI, not just the standard AI.
Amazing. And which are the 11 industries that you currently work with?
Yeah.
And maybe if you had to kind of pitch it to the audience, which are the brands
So
who can...
Correct. So aerospace and defense, the number one, the foremost industry which we are working since almost 40 years now. Transportation and mobility, which is mainly including green energy vehicles to standard petrol engine vehicles, which is we call transportation mobility industry. Home and lifestyle that you see on your day-to-day products. Consumer product goods, which is consumer products like anything which you shop in the grocery store, like consumer goods. So four, then we have the life science industry, which is taking care of the virtual twin of which is very important industry for life sciences, drug development, drug research, all part of that. As a life science industry, we have processes for a life science industry inbuilt into this industry. Then of course we have industrial equipment industry, which is like your from a turbine to any kind of heavy engineering, discrete manufacturing kind of products that you generate, heavy engineering industry products, which is discrete manufacturing products. We have oil and gas, which is an industry, infrastructure, energy and materials, we call it. You go to the plants like oil, gas, or like this big plants where you have a lot of like machineries, and it's scattered in a big square, like a square kilometer
Do you
of
include
areas.
mines also in this?
Mines as well.
Gold mines.
Minings and oil companies, gold, coal mines as well. So how do you actually run a coal mine? How do you do predictive maintenance of a coal mine? All these is part of this infrastructure, energy and materials industry. How many did we get? Around 6, 7 already. We have some other like business services, which is business services is for like financial industries, for the rail industries as well, providing solutions for the rail industry in terms of operations and planning.
When you say finance, you mean the stock market, or
like an investment banking, like if you want to launch an investment banking product, it's also a product. So how do you go from concept stage to actually the launch of the product? You can virtually simulate that product line, the different variants of the product inside using the experience platform. So
okay. So within this strategy framework, you also have SAP's. Like you could also provide that.
We integrate with the other ERP solutions. There are integration connectors, we call it, where we can feed the data and also get the data, so that there is a seamless integration, bi-directional integration, we call it, with the ERP systems.
Nice. I think we had a lot of them. So which are the other industries who can actually leverage on this product today?
Yeah,
the
so
top 5.
The top 5, like there is a lot of space research going on around the world. Space research companies, they can actually utilize the products to be more compliant with the evolution, I would say evolving industry and the government standards, because compliance is if you don't meet the compliances, you will be then liable to a lot of penalties. So space companies, spacecraft companies, there are a lot of startups which are coming globally now on this, which can actually leverage the products, not only from compliance, I would say that managing the entire product line, managing the information intelligence, managing the virtual reality part, the immersive experience part, everything that they can utilize. So spacecraft is definitely one. Life sciences industry, there is a lot of things happening in there, from drug development to healthcare and research, wellness. They can benefit from the product lines. Two, then third would be, I can say that, I mean, yeah, so I think consumer product goods as well.
Maybe green energy.
Green energy, yes, green energy. Like in mobility, we have mobility is one of the key areas where, from drones to the different green energy vehicles, they are able to use this. So,
anything on hydropower? Are you guys?
Not yet. But we can provide these solutions for managing the standard life cycle management. So, learning from the industry context, we can see how we can adapt.
So this includes solar parks.
Yeah.
Solar panels,
parks management will be like an oil and like a mining field. You have like different
brownfield,
different equipments which needs to be maintained. So we can do preventive and predictive maintenance, kind of like a planning for them, and based on different kind of census data, it can actually, if the planning is fed by the census data with respect to certain real-time parameters, then it can actually provide the users with some real-time maintenance efforts that are needed.
So lastly, revenues. How does all this, let's say today I'm a brand and I go sign up for this entire framework and I go through this journey, how does it impact my revenue in the next 5 years?
Good question. That is a very good question. So revenues is, so it's like sometimes it is a qualitative question, sometimes it is a quantitative one, that I really want an X amount of savings in and sometimes it is a qualitative that whether it will be too high, too low, and from an industry benchmark perspective, can I get this percentage benefit in a year, for example? So it's more of a qualitative. Coming to quantitative, we do a research and we do an understanding based on the customer need, like, okay, how much quantitative they want to actually go. So then we have like a curated offering for them with AI, without AI. So that ways the revenue predictions can be done. Qualitative, definitely, there are certain ways that we can meet the qualitative needs with respect to an industry benchmark, that they are able to save certain cost and increase the revenue by increasing the sales figures, again with the use of AI, because we want to project more the AI companions going forward. That can definitely help meet the revenue targets.
And marketing strategies also would play a role here.
Yeah. Marketing strategy would be based on like which function are you more interested in, like from a place perspective or from a product USP perspective or positioning your product. So the 4 P's of marketing. So where would you want to, so whether you want to promote your product in a particular place, or you would want to have your product attain some kind of unique selling propositions. So if you want to attain some certain unique selling propositions, that ways the marketing department can be worked with and those requirements can be brought into our digital thread.
Okay. Just want to double down a bit on marketing, because it's a spine to a brand. Of course, with B2B and D2C, it would differ. But if you could, explain a little bit more on how the marketing domain works in both the scenarios.
Yeah. So B2B is like you have certain requirements from a marketing standpoint, where we have not worked much on the D2C. I'm just going to more cover on the B2B part. So B2B is like where I have certain requirements from a marketing standpoint, that I need to I need to put that as part of the product line. When I'm launching the product line, it is part of that. Like whether I want to have an immersive experience with the car when it is there in the showroom. So that's basically there at the very beginning of the stage when I am going to actually work on that particular product line.
It's like before the launch.
Before the launch. Before the launch, I need to have those marketing requirements put in place in the set of I would say glossary that it needs. That and it doesn't add to the cost because it is already part of that product line, and that ways the saving in terms of marketing cost can be reduced. Because immersive experience producing it works on the same 3D model that is being used for the product lines actual manufacturing. So there is no separate model that you need to build only for marketing. Marketing function is inbuilt with the design and the manufacturing.
I mean, you could use all of that.
All of the 3D can be rendered to be able to produce those kind of like experiences and promotions materials.
Lovely. I think that was very comprehensive. Okay, rapid fire.
Sure.
Yes. The biggest driver of innovation today?
It is science.
A habit that has contributed most to your success?
I think persistence, because moving from a geospecific role to a global role needed persistence in what I believe is right. And that helped me in moving from one role to other, and now with the global thing, it is with the global role, the persistence actually remained, and it has,
Amazing. One skill every future leader must develop.
So from a leadership skill, I believe the empowerment is important, and also as a service, or I would say servant leadership, where you are part of the team rather than being just be the person who is looking at how the team is performing. So being part of the team is one key aspect, I feel.
A quality you look for when building teams?
Cross-functional and attitude. I think being cross-functional, it helps. Someone who is purely technical may not understand the business imperatives. Someone who is purely business may not understand the depth of the technical things. So cross-functional is important.
One technology that will redefine industries in the next decade?
I would say the communications, communication between devices, communication between smart things. It is already there, IoT, but I think the level of that reach is not there. So the domain expertise within communicating devices will change.
A book that influenced your thinking?
The Goal. It is one of my favorite books that I have ever read.
Do you remember the author?
No, I'm sorry.
No worries. We'll find that out. One word to describe the future of AI?
Companions, I think. I can go with companions, that AI is more of a company rather than a threat.
The last one. The best advice you have ever received?
I would say that with all my clients whom I left, I think they had just one thing which in mind, that that you have been that key anchor that helped me to transform from where we were. So basically, in my journey, I had done multiple clients and transformation projects. So every time that I left, they were like kind of emotional. So their advice has been that keep doing what you are doing. You gel with the ecosystem well. So that was
amazing. Thank you so much, Amit. I think you have a lot more to talk and enlighten people, but this is a good start, I would say. Yeah. We'll continue this series, and
I'm privileged that I got this opportunity. Thank you very much for inviting me today. Very happy to share my learnings and my journey with you. So I look forward for future.
Absolutely. And for everyone, check out the platform. It's called 3D Experience.
3D Experience
platform.com.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very powerful. I'm definitely going to sign up. So, any last words?
Thank you. We keep the learning attitude always to Gen Z, to everyone. I would say that learnability is key, And the right data set is going to actually change the way that we behave, that we work.
Lovely.
Thank you.